This is me 1 episode into this anime, and this will also be you a few minutes after this video is over and you decide to watch what I'm about to talk about. Why am I suddenly talking about an anime that came out way back in 2015? Well, there's an anime about a robot girl coming out next season called ATRI My Dear Moments, based on a visual novel, and that kind of just made me want to rewatch this, thinking, oh, I can handle this. I'm a 25-year-old Giga Chad man with balls of steel. Nothing can hurt me. It's like what, my 3rd time watching it? But boy did I underestimate this. Not only did it make me cry again, it actually hit harder knowing how everything will progress. And that's what this anime does perfectly, even on your first watch. I can guarantee a lot of you will be crying or close to tearing up on the very first episode. The anime makes it very clear that someone will die by the end of the series. This isn't an anime about saving someone, preventing death, really the hero's journey going on this grand quest to find a solution to a problem and growing as a person along the way. No, not at all. In fact, it's a story about accepting that problem, what's to come, loss. And yes, you still get growth along the way, but I guess I'm wrong about it not being about saving someone. Your definition of saving someone could just be making a person feel fulfilled or happy right till the end. An end that every living creature in this planet feels regardless of lifespan.
私、とっても幸せだった。私のために泣いてくれてありがとう。そろそろ夢の時間は終わりなので。
And that's what this anime Plastic Memories is about, a world where humans live besides artificially produced life, androids, or in this case called giftias, manufactured beings that people buy for various reasons, whether it be to replace the loss of loved ones, cope with loneliness, experience romance, you name it. Except giftias have a limited lifespan, 81,920 hours, roughly 9 years and 4 months, and trying to keep them longer leads them to literally go berserk and go on a rampage. Corruption, I guess, which you get to explore a bit later on in the anime. And this is where our MC Tsukasa comes in. Someone who finally lands a job in the company that produces these giftias through nepotism, accepting out of desperation and being put in the retrieval department. The department responsible for putting these giftias to sleep before they expire. Which you know sounds easy as he's happily introducing himself on his first day and meeting his new partner Alya, who also happens to be a giftia. Until of course the actual task comes. Realizing retrieval is probably one of the most brutal and painful jobs in this company, having to tear away loved ones from people. And we explore instances of this from episode to episode, as Tsukasa and his giftia partner Alya have to find ways to complete their task, as not everyone's cooperative, having to help people say goodbye. It ultimately becomes a job of trying to understand various giftia owners and their giftias, something along the lines of if the Grim Reaper had compassion, except in this case the giftia owners have to consent to their giftias being taken away from them, or like a more chill version of Death Parade. Right from the start, you know this entire series is just a countdown for Ayla's remaining lifespan. You think you're prepared when you realize you aren't, and I think that's what this anime does perfectly, as we see Alya and Tsukasa get closer romantically, growing strong feelings for each other throughout this entire journey through Tsukasa's job. It manages to show that feeling of sadness that only hits when you're in that moment despite knowing it's coming from a mile away. And it's honestly a very realistic thing how a simple moment can break you down in a tragic situation even when you're ready. And from experience, it's something that truly does happen with the loss of life, especially when you're extremely close to them. I think another anime that did this so well was Kimi no Suizo wa Tabeta, or I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, where the MC finally breaks down after that tragic incident despite already knowing there was the disease already eating away at her life. It's amazing to me when an anime can do that in such a short time span and get you invested into these moving drawings on the screen in the exact same way. Get to feel what the characters are feeling. And you could even say the 12 episode pacing is perfect because that's how it feels. It's so short, the amount of time they get to spend with each other. Nonetheless, in the very first episode, even for a character I barely knew or got to know, but from the little I did get to learn of how the grandma treated Nina, how Nina acts, how they took care of the whole situation. It's these tiny things that was enough to empathize with Nina's farewell in episode 1. And despite being this simple 12 episode anime, it makes you think about so many things, anywhere from what defines life itself to how important memories are. How despite being in its artificial man-made body, how memories are something you cherish even long after that body is gone or not of use. As Ayla would say,
大切な人といつかまた巡り会えますように。
hence the title, Plastic Memories. Which brings us to Tsukasa trying really hard and focusing on making long-lasting memories with Ayla before her inevitable end. Which is something you can even say about your everyday person regardless of lifespan, how you can keep someone alive through your memories. The famous saying, you truly only die when you're forgotten. As for my take on the ending, I would like to think it's an open-ended bittersweet ending where Tsukasa clearly chooses to work with the new Ayla, and thanks to the diary Ayla kept, treating her the same way as he would the old Ayla, and being a guide or witness to show how the previous Ayla was like. which again shows how someone else's memory of you can keep you alive. It's like a more extreme take on someone who has a short-term memory, or if you have seen the anime Ishuukan Friends or 1 Week Friends, a story about the friendship between a girl and a boy where the girl's memory keeps resetting every week. I'll leave it at that, but I am so glad I picked up these series when it came out. I don't know the exact reason, but I was quite new to anime back then, and out of pure luck from the seasonals, finding a series like this near the start leaves a lasting impression that to this day I'm still talking about it, and this time to you guys. And it's crazy seeing the amount of people on the internet that picked up this series from my YouTube Shorts recommendation from over a year ago when I randomly started to upload YouTube Shorts. It makes me realize I got what I wanted. As corny as it sounds, being able to share the things that I love with others, and I think seeing my name on Reddit threads like this and how plastic memories broke another person emotionally made that clear to me, that it's possible. That I can emotionally torture you guys with fictional pieces of 2D works as well. We got amazing voice actors like Sora Amamiya, who you may know as Akame in Akame ga Kill, as Ayla. God damn it, she played Chizuru from Rent a Girlfriend too. Toka Kirishima from Tokyo Ghoul, Aqua from Konosuba. You get my point, nothing short of talented. Actually, the way both the voice actors nailed the ending Ferris wheel scene, Tsukasa's breakdown, Ayla's own breakdown, knowing that her own end is near, facing her mortality after making such a meaningful bond with someone, and leaving that very person behind. That has to be one of the scariest feelings ever. All the build-ups leading to it, the time that they spent together as if every moment were their last. Well, in this case, it actually is. The classic farewell letter scene, kind of like Menma in Anohana, and it's the way it combines all these melodramatic tropes from all these other sad anime you can think of, like Anohana, Clannad, Angel Beats, Your Lie in April. Somehow Plastic Memories manages to mold all these aspects together into one thing. It was perfect.
Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Not to mention the openings and endings with amazing visuals, and I don't mean that lightly, they're beautiful. And the songs add that much more to the story. They all have a meaning to them. Eri Sasaki, who sang the opening, who by the way also sang Gate of Steiner and Steins Gate. She is so underrated, top tier soundtracks in general, which are playing in this very video. And a little thing you probably missed if you watched it already, if you go through all the openings in the anime, in this exact same scene, episode by episode, you'll see Ayla's emotions keep changing from one of sadness to happy, yet still sad. I like to think it shows her growth and development with the little time she did have with Tsukasa. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Like and subscribe. Until next time. Peace.
ありがとう。